Hello, immigrants, and hello to people around the world who hears this message. Let me be clear from the very first breath. We're not here to beg. We're not here to plead. We're not here to ask permission from a system that was built on theft, sustained by exploitation, and enforced through violence to suddenly find a conscience. We are here because Mexican people and brown people are under attack, even if you are a U.S. citizen or a white citizen for that matter. And when a people are under attack, silence is not neutrality. Silence is participation. Silence is collaboration. This country was built on stolen land. As you already know, large parts of the Southwest were ripped from Mexico through war, force, and broken treaties. Borders were redrawn with guns, paper, and power. But our people did not evaporate. We did not cross the border. The border fucking crossed us. We've been hearing this for generations. And ever since that theft was legalized, Mexican and brown communities have been treated as permanent intruders on land that once belonged to Native Americans and land that belonged to us. For generations, our labor has been welcome while our lives have been rejected. Our hands are good enough to work. Our backs are strong enough to build, harvest, clean, cook, and care. But our humanity is treated as disposable, replaceable, and expendable. This is not rhetoric. This is reality. So let's talk facts, because facts do what slogans cannot. They expose the lie. Right now, there are about 37 million people of Mexican origin living in the United States of America. Roughly 11 million immigrants from Mexico and Central America combined were born outside of this country. According to population projections, over the next 20 years, even under so-called moderate immigration assumptions, the Mexican origin population is projected to grow to 45 to 50 million people. The Central American population is projected to grow by 30 to 45%, driven by climate displacement, economic instability, and labor demand. By the mid-2040s, Latinos will make up roughly 25 to 28% of the United States population, up from about 19% today. A majority of new U.S. labor force entrants will be Latino, with Mexican and Central American workers forming the largest share. This growth is not accidental. This is not random. It is structural. The U.S. birth rate is falling. The U.S. population is aging. Entire industries, agriculture, construction, food production, elder care, education, logistics, and service work collapse without immigrant labor. Even if borders were sealed tomorrow, immigrant families are young. They are raising the next generation of workers, taxpayers, and citizens right now inside this country, sustaining it day by day. That is why the system attacks us so aggressively, not because we are disappearing, but because we are not. Now, let's talk money, because money strips hypocrisy naked. Immigrants pay over $500 billion every year in federal, state, and local taxes. Undocumented immigrants alone contribute tens of billions of dollars annually, including income taxes, sales taxes, property taxes, and payroll taxes. Every single year, billions are taken from undocumented workers, paychecks for Social Security and Medicare, money they will never be allowed to collect, retirement they will never receive, healthcare they are denied, safety nets they are deliberately locked out of. They paid in full. They receive almost nothing. This is not abuse of the system. This is the system feeding on immigrants. Right now, Tens of thousands of people, overwhelmingly Mexican, Central Americans, and brown, are locked inside immigrant detention centers. Billions more live under the constant threat of deportations, surveillance, and removal. Many have no criminal convictions. Many were never given a real chance to defend themselves. And when they went to defend themselves, they were kidnapped from the courthouse. No convictions, no trial, no justice. Their only offense is existing without permission in a country that has extracted their labor for decades. These are not criminals. They are captives, mothers, fathers, workers, students, people who built lives here, paid into this country, raised children here, only to be repaid with cages, separation, and forced removal. People have died in detention, not by accident, not by mistake, but through neglect, overcrowding, and the calculated denial of basic medical care. This is not a failure of the system. This is the system operating exactly as intended. Families are torn apart. Children are separated from parents. People are deported to countries they barely recognize. This is not enforcement. This is state violence. And now let me speak directly to Donald Trump and MAGA supporters. You can chant, you can threaten, you can scream, point fingers, and build walls. But understand this without confusion. We're not going anywhere. We're not disappearing. We're not shrinking. We're not backing down. Demographically, economically, and culturally, we are expanding. Every year, there are more of us, more young people, more workers, more voters, more organizers, more leaders. You can attempt to rule through fear, but fear does not last or outlast demographics. Fear does not stop math. Fear does not reverse history. This country runs because we make it run. And history is not standing with you. So the question is not whether change is coming. The question is whether we will organize enough to seize control of it today. Voting is not freedom. Voting is not salvation. But voting is a leverage. And people without leverage are not represented. They are ruled. So stand up, organize, vote with intention, hold power, accountable at every level. Because freedom is never given. It is taken by people who decide they have suffered enough. So we're counting on you, Gen X, millennials, and Gen Z. Let's make this happen together. God bless Mexico. God bless Venezuela. God bless Cuba. God bless the United States of America.